Okay, last class, what we have seen using a foreign key and the primary key and foreign key, we can, collect the records from each table, right? So how you write a query. I hope everyone get familiar about it, right? Am I right? Okay,
Yes,
guys.
ma'am.
Okay, now let's move on to join SQL join. So SQL join means it is talking about the relational databases with using many tables or any two tables, no more than one table. So if you, when you join with another table, we have certain possibilities. We have to write a proper query. Otherwise, I already the very first class when I took SQL commands, I showed you Cartesian product. Okay, so if if you are not aware of how to write a query, it will give you Cartesian. So Cartesian product means, for example, in an order table, I have 5 records. In customer table, suppose I have 7 records or whatever. Yeah, each order will pick, for example, order computer. In order table, we have a record of computer, and then pen drive, or mouse, or keyboard. Some, imagine 4 records. So the order, first the computer picks, and then how many customers are there, it will display. Then for example, computer with 5 customers, and then a pen drive with 5 customers. It will multiply the rows and then display the column. In order table, we have 3 columns, and then customer table, if we have 5 columns. Altogether, we see that 3 plus 5, 8 columns, and then 4 into 5, 20 rows. So it will give you weird display. So let us see how it works. Okay, so I'm going to use this. Yesterday, we have seen this order table, and then used a customer table. These two tables are, we have proper columns, and then proper data. So that's why I'm going to use this one. Use system, because in those two tables are belongs to database, right? So let me run this. So okay, this database is highlighted. Now I'm going to write a query. Select last name. Okay, let me show you here. So in customer table, we have last name, first name, SID, branch. Okay, so I have to write last name, name, comma, then branch. Branch will come here or there. Here I have branch, and then comma, amounts. So amount is based, based on which table? Orders table. Okay, so here are amount, and then order date. I will say that order underscore date, comma, then that's it. I don't want to display anything from customer, comma, order or orders, orders. Okay, where orders amount, orders dot amount is greater than or equal to greater than 1,500 rupees. Okay, so when I run this query, you will see that what is a Cartesian product. What happened? There is an error. Order date. Okay, how it is look like? Order underscore date. Yeah, order spelling is wrong. ORDER. Come on, guys. You guys are following me or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. See, can you see that? It takes that last name. Where is it? Yeah, it takes that last name Rams, Kannan, Kumar, Russell, Paul, and then branch ID. Again, we have asking to return branch ID, then amount, order date. It will multiplies and then return the value. Suppose if you write this like this star instead of branch, amount and order ID. Let's try that. Can you see the difference? It will take that last name, amount, and then order. It will, keep on printing that. So irrelevant table we got it here, right? So to avoid that situation, what we have to do using that, order dot customer SID equal to order dot customer dot customer SID. So you have to give that parameter. Then only you will get nice. Nice return values. Okay, so this is the Cartesian product. Okay, guys, so the Cartesian product is an SQL join query without a join condition. Return all of the record of joined which are there is a how do you say that, theoretical part. So it will return all of the records of joined with all of the records that other table as well. So that is the Cartesian product. So in generally, if you say the query is not proper, you will get irrelevant result in the output panel. Okay. So next one is, let's move on to inner table. So let me show you that diagram. So SQL join. For example, imagine table 1 is a. Let me take my pen. Okay, here table 1 means imagine customer table. This one is a order table. Okay, so if you use inner join command, what will happen? So the common product. So in mathematical, you have read all those things, right? You know what is that? Union, and then left join, and then right join. In mathematical, we use different term, right? I forgot exact term. I know only this one. Union, vertical, or how do you say that? How do you call that, guys? In grade 11, 10, you have learned all those things. So forget about SQL queries. When you join two things, you will get how do you call this? Anyone have an idea?
Intersection.
Venn diagram, right? Venn diagram. So when
Yes.
when you join these two diagrams, union or intersection, or how do you say that, vertical or intersection. So the same logic will apply here, but in different scenario. Okay, so come on. Okay, then left join means it will, left side the customer table, it will take the customer table. Imagine this one, table 1 is a customer, table 2 is a order table. So left join, it will take entire customer table, and then what is the, common relation between these two tables, that will, return on the output panel. So it vice versa, right join. So if you give the proper query of right join, it will take orders table, all the content, and then a common factor of common columns of both table. It will return full outer join means it will select star from customer table and then order table. It will return all the data. So you are going to write a queries for that. So this is a simple diagram in your textbook. They have they have given you can see that. So let me explain one by one queries. You will understand. Okay. You guys are understanding about joins. So how it
Yes,
will,
ma'am.
using a Venn diagram, I have showed you. So let's write the query first. Okay. I'm going to use this database, and then I'm going to use inner join. Select orders dot. Okay, so before what you have done, let me take that. Control is that. See, you have picked a column from customer table, and then you picked a column from orders table. So you can write in different way. Let me show you. Orders dot order ID. So you can also write this way. Okay. So order ID. So if you are going in a proper, first pick up customer table columns, and then pick orders table column, then you don't need to pass that parameter like this, table name dot column name. If you are matching with three different tables, I'm picking first with order table column, and then I'm picking something else, third table. How do you write it? Sometimes many relationship. Primary table is a customer table, and then order table is a child table. You one more, one more table, and many tables will be there. But if you use 3 table or 4 tables, how you're gonna write all the columns? So you have to use this way. So table name dot column name, then comma. I'm going to use customer dot first name, first underscore name, comma. And then I'm whenever however I select here columns, that it will return here. Do you notice it? So for example, the last time, how we write: select last name, amount, order ID from customer table, and then order table. So that is why it written here, last name, amount, order ID. Now we have changed the order of displaying the result. So order dot order table dot order ID, then customer table dot first name. Now I'm picking again order table. From order table, orders. Guys, is it confused, or is it okay?
No, ma'am. It's clear, ma'am.
Okay. Then order date. Order underscore date. Am I right?
Yes,
How
ma'am.
we declare here? Order underscore date. Okay. And there is a keyword. So
Ma'am,
what
for
is that?
order date, O is not in caps, ma'am.
No, guys, it's fine.
Okay, ma'am.
It is not that case sensitive. Only the table name. Table name is a case sensitive. Database is a case sensitive. Picking a column, it will work. Let me try here. Let me prove that. Select last name. Last name. Only the and if you use underscore or number, that is matter. Otherwise, it is fine. I believe so. Let me try that. Amount. Okay. Last name from which customer table? Okay. Customer. CSTOMER. Customer. Ah. Show. Select last name from customer. That's it. See, let me write here customer. Okay, let me run this query. What will happen? See, we got it. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, it's not a matter case sensitive or something. When you create a table, that time that is matter. Okay. So let's move on to next one, inner join. So inner join, we need 3 columns. First one is order ID from order table, then customer first name from customer table, then order date from order table. So after that, you have to use, okay, we are getting those information from, you can use that orders. Already we have declared, but using a foreign key, we are manipulating that. So there is a key to join inner, what is that? Inner join. Okay. So what is the key? So write inner join. We can write inner join as a small letter or whatever. but making a practice all the keywords, write in a capital letter, it will help you to understand. So for example, if you write from, from orders, inner join, it won't throw error, but you know what, it's like something, column name or whatever. So when you read that query, you have to understand, okay, here they right away you come to know that, okay, this one's selected from this table. So okay, what you have done here, this is you are differentiating with the column name and then keywords. Okay, so wherever
Yes.
you go, whenever you meet a different person, everybody will do that same thing. So all the keywords in MySQL, only I'm talking about MySQL, and Python is, that they have certain rules to follow, right? You cannot manipulate. Python is a case sensitive, you cannot play with that. Okay, let's
Yes,
move
ma'am.
on to inner join. Then inner join with the customer table. So why we are using from orders, what is our the taking that order table and then customer table, I am using only joining inner part. Okay, so let's write customer, customer, customer on, this is the keyword. So in inner join on, so we have to write that proper way, orders dot, as usual, when you write a foreign key, primary key sequence, that one you have to write order,
Okay, ma'am.
or DRS, orders dot customer underscore yes underscore ID equal to customer dot customer SID, right? Customer dot SID. Okay, let me run this query.
Ma'am,
There
in
is a
fourth
problem.
line, order spelling, ma'am.
Where?
Fourth
Here?
line. Fourth line.
Fourth line. Okay, yes. Okay, let me write here. That's it. Select. This is orders. Okay. Again, unknown orders dot orders date. What is that? Orders date. Where is it? ORDERS. Orders date.
First letter, caps.
No, here
Sir,
column name is wrong. Okay, so here column name only just order ID. I have written orders ID. Okay, that is why it's throwing error. Let's run this. Again, there is a problem. SID. So customer underscore SID. No, customer dot SID. You don't need to write again customer. Okay, right? So I
Yes,
have
sir.
written, because in customer table we have just SID. I have written customer then SID. That's not a proper way of writing it. So we got it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
This is how inner join work. And then if you make it a left join, so that you have to change the key left join, and then left means you are selecting from or customer here, because in your in that Venn diagram it says left table. Left table means which one? Parent table. Parent table is a customer table.
Customer.
So you are taking all the items from customer table. Okay, so take
Okay.
from customer, and then you have to make it left join. So here, instead of inner join, I am making it left join. Then change it with orders. Here, the intersection middle part, which one we are taking from orders? ORDERS. Orders on, just other way around. Take out this, equal to delete, and then put it here. That's it. So if you run that, you will take it. So which means, can you see the difference? Only we picked orders and then customer first name, last orders date. So what we have done, we are taking that, all the detail from customer, and then you are using a left join with orders on, the parameter. How do you connect with the parent key and then primary key? You have to pass that parameter, and then you will get the result. Okay. So before what you inner join, what we have done, so we are taking, we are going through order table, and then passing that proper keyword, that is an inner join, and then we have, once if you use here order customer table, and then this table name should be different, because you are using two tables, right? So you are selecting from one table and then connecting with other table. Okay, you understand this part? So you have first here what we have done, selecting from customer table, there is a link, so you can use only from customer, and then what you are doing, left join with orders table on this scenario. Okay, so link with the parent key and then primary key and then foreign key, so you will get it the same way. You can use a right join. So right join means what is a right product? So right table is, this is orders table, right? So you have to write it here, select from orders, and then change it to right join. Guys, do you want me to write it? Okay, let me write here, orders. Then here, customers. Customer or customer. Okay, other way around. So cut, and then equal to this. Okay, can you see the difference? So before we have seen some null values, other thing. Now we are entering from orders table and then joining with customer table. Okay, guys, Prabhakaran,
Yes, ma'am.
Abhinesh, Ritin, you guys understand this part?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then let's move on to other thing. So far it is fine, right? So this is how you're gonna work with Cartesian product, left join, right join, and then inner join. That's it. Okay. So let's move on to next chapter. There is a one more topic, that index in database. So what is that? When you create let me take this player table. So when you create a record, you have to point that, any column as an index. So I want to, sort out using that index. So I don't want to use ID or name or whatever. Index, why we are giving index? You can refer that index into different table. How do I say that? One second. Okay, in your textbook, they have given that create a table with the players. That player has many columns, that a player number, player name, date of birth, and then gender, if it is male or female, address, team number. So team number they are making as a index key. So when they make us a team number is the index, so you can refer. Okay, many players will be there. So Prabhakaran is a green team. In your school, you have plenty of team, right? For how do you name that? The team maybe red or white or yellow. So you can pick that index number. Okay, that index. If this player is in a red team, you can find out who are all belongs to red team. So that purpose, they are using some indexes to identifying and then selecting that record. Okay. Then I can create one table, and then I will explain nothing much. Just create a table. Okay, one second. Let me create a table here. Here they don't have any index key. So what you have to do when you create, write a query. So create table name, and then pick all the columns, player name, and then date of birth, and then Any one of the column you can assign. And how you declare as a foreign key or primary key, the same way you can declare team number, and then it is a character or whatever, then not null, then you can assign index with some other name. Index, you should not leave like index, you have to give certain name, index name. Index name, I may say that in your textbook they said player IDX. Okay, let me show you one. If I talk, and then you may get confused. We are using this. Okay, let me create a table here. Create table, all the player, then open bracket. So then player number, integer, not null or unique or whatever, not null, comma, the name of the player, character of 10, 11 is okay. Then what is that? Phone number is the integer, then not null, not necessary. Then move on. Team number or team whatever, team equal to character of 6. So you can use here not null, then index. You have to assign that name, index name. So index name, I would say that player underscore IDX index. Okay, and then comma. See, I have written something wrong. You guys are not, helping me out.
Index bus.
Yeah, exactly. 1 second. Let me close this. Okay, INDX. DEX. Okay, then I don't want anything. Let me close this. Take out this. If there is an error, y team equal to character of 6 and then not null. Okay, right. They have written here. Okay, you can do it this way or that way. Why it is giving error? That's it. I don't know. Let's bear with me. Let me try, then we will see what happened. Syntax error for all 6 lines. What is that? Manual that corresponds. Syntax error. What is that syntax error? Name equal to 11. That is fine. Integer. Character. How do you declare? This is fine, right? What is wrong here? Phone number is integer, team equal to not null, and then index and player IDX. I am pointing that team. After that, colon. Okay, I haven't closed that. Yes, exactly. Yes. Okay, run this. Running. Yes, it is done. Let's refresh this. We got player, and then let's see. Okay, this is read-only mode. I don't like it. Okay, then let me go here and then change player number is unique. Okay, then apply, finish. And then refresh. Player table. See, now it is allowing to enter that. Okay. Player number 10. Name is AAA Phone number is 9784. Theme, I would say that we declared as a character, right? So character red. Then 20. Once again. Tab B, then blah blah blah. Red.
Ma'am, you're not audible.
Guys, I'm sorry about
Huh?
I don't know my phone, it got disconnected by itself. Let me share. Okay, can you see my screen? Is it recording? Yeah, it is recording. Guys, you there? Hello? What happened?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
You're there, ma'am.
fine. Who is, someone was trying to enter our class. I don't know who's that. Jassim or something. Why every day, someone is knocking our door. Okay, I have created only just a bunch of them. So why index is, using index? When you display, when you return, selecting that records, using some few columns. So when you use index in particular column, by default, it will sort that, record. So that is why, that is the purpose we are using a index. So let me, show you first. Select start from, what is that? Player, right? Player. Let's run that. See, we have, we got this record, right? So, by which column we have marked as the index. So the team. Okay, let me run one more query. Select name, team, TEAM from players. We haven't said anything, just we are picking that team and name. Let's run that query. What will happen? Red and blue. Okay. No, 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 no. Let's run this. See, it is sorted by by itself, right? We haven't said anything. We haven't used order by class or anything. So when you use that index key, it will sort by itself. So that is the purpose of indexing that column. Okay. So let's move on to another topic. So here we have given many examples. Let me finish that next topic. So far we have covered first topic MySQL2. Let me move on to next one. Then next week we will work around many tables, and then many we will see all the all examples or questions given to your exercise. Okay. Like the more it's more on SQL. So mainly they are asking you to learn about order by class. So already we have seen order by class means it will sort by by default it will sort by ascending order. Okay, let me take this student record. This is the nice one. Guys, you guys, is it okay? Let me proceed.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, student
Yes, ma'am.
STUDENT student record. So the next chapter mainly focusing on order by class. So order by ascending order, descending order. You can calculate that increasing or decreasing or multiplying. This is how in this chapter given. Count. You can add all the records. For example, calculate the total record of particular column. How many records are in our table, so you can calculate that. So we will see one by one. Okay, let me take a student record. So here select start from STUD record. So let me run this query from. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to sort by order, ascending order. By default, it will show us ascending order, right? How do you write a query? Select. I want to select only few columns. So name and then section and then project. I have included two columns here. Can you see on the table? Grade and project.
Grade and project.
Grade, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So okay, let me run this again. It is sorted. Okay, I want to select only name, maybe date of birth, no, mark, and then grade and project. So let me write a query. Select name, comma, M1, comma, grade, comma, project. From which table? Student, STUD, student record. Then I'm using, I'm using order by class. So order by, there is a key, this is a keyword, right? Order by M1. And so I'm going to ask to sort by M1. Okay. So let me run this query. So what will happen if we select these items, these columns corresponding record, and then it's sort by M1, mark 1. Okay. So let's run that.
Okay.
See, it selected name, M1, grade, and then project. It sorted ascending order. Okay, 23, 56, it goes like that. So I, specifically, I want to, sort by descending order. So what you can do, marks, you can give the keyword that is called the descending order, DESC, that's it. So when you run that query, it will, upside down, it will show. Got it, right? So 96, 87, 84, in this way, it will return. So now, I want to use multiple columns, multiple column sorting. So let me run this first, Okay, I'm going to pick some of the columns, and then, first section wise, it will sort ascending order, and then mark wise, I want to display descending order. So how do you write that query? Let me take this. Okay, I want name. Yeah, total. Okay, we'll change it total. And then grade, section. Section, and then project. Use from this table, and then order by. First, I want to sort by section. So section. Ascending order. So I am using the keyword ASC, ascending order, comma, total. So total, I want to, here, do we have any same total? No. Okay, let me add one more thing. Do we have any same thing or descending order? M1. Safer side, I am using this. Okay, M1, descending order. Okay, what will happen? First, it will sort by section. So how many A's are there? 1, 2, 3. So 3 A's will be there. Then it will pick mark M1, and then using those 3 records, it will it will display descending order. So here, imagine okay, before running that query, we will see. So section A, and then 56, section A here, and then again 56. Then section A, 96. Okay, so it will pick these 3 records in a first place. Then using this 56, 56, 96, it will sort by descending order. So what will happen? The Sandy record will be on the top, and then 56, 56. These records will be displayed. Then only it will go section B. Okay, you understand the concept? Okay, let me run here. Okay, see here. First, it will sort section A, B, B, C, C, C. Then within this A, then it will sort by descending order. So within this B, it will sort by descending order. So then again, it picks all 3 C and section C. It will sort by descending order. Okay. So this is the selecting multiple columns, and then asking you to order by either ascending order or descending order. Let's move on to next one. So I want to increase that mark 1 into +5. So what we can do? So right here, name, total, mark 1 plus 5 marks. I am giving bonus to every month. Then section, project. I don't need these 3 right now. Okay, from student record, STUD, REC, student record. Okay, where I'm giving condition. So whoever is greater less than 70, I'm going to add 5 marks. Okay, because if you blindly, if you say M1 plus 5, so what will happen? 96 plus 5, it will, it will throw error. According to our table, it won't throw error. We fix that mark, right? In general, the real table, we fix M1 is maximum is 100, right? So whenever you use 96 plus 5, it will throw error. So I'm for safer side, I'm giving where condition M1 is less than or equal to 90. You will say that 90. Okay. Then I am going to use one more thing, order by. You can use plenty of thing in a single query. Order by section, order by grade. Okay, grade ascending or descending. Ascending, it's fine. Ascending, we don't need to write anything. Okay, let me run this query. What will happen? See, you got it. Name. So see, alias name or any calculation. Previous classes we have noticed it. Select. If you do some calculation, calculate. 3.567 in multiplication of something that will return on a column name, right? Here we change something. It won't affect actual database, actual record, but the runtime it will show that whatever we have made, right? You understand that, right? Exactly like an alias name. So we can use M1 alias, term1 or term2 or whatever. It will display on the runtime. It will display here. After that, this query, if you run select star from student record, this M1 plus 5 won't be there. Okay. So let me run this. Okay, we got it. So it is increased. You know that? Okay, let me student record. Sam equal to before 76. Now it is changed to 81. So this record, it is not affected. Okay, everyone, because we have given condition less than 90, it will be increment by 5 plus by 5. Okay, guys, this one is fine, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then one more thing we can give here, mark. You cannot, use here M1 by descending. So that is a, you have to follow that exact strategy. So M1 plus 5 is in descending order. ESC, okay, let's try that. No, it is not working, right? Why it is not working? It has to, any typo, everything is fine. Okay, let me try here. Yes, ascending order. Then, okay, yeah, I got it. Why? We haven't, used grade here. We haven't display anything. So, inside it will sort out, but on the display we haven't seen anything, right? So here we only selected name one and the name total M1 plus this, right? So by default it will be ignored because we haven't asked you to display the grade one. Okay, let me include here grade, grade grade from this. Let me run again A plus. So it is not working here. Descending order means it will pick. Okay, we have only here. Can you see that it is sorted by descending order? Can you notice the difference? Because grade A only one record is there. So after that it is moved to A plus. So these two grades are two different grades. Okay. So here, we have, first it is sorted by grade. So A plus only 3, B grades, we have 3 records. So using these three records, the M1 is sorted by descending order. You got it right? Hello, guys.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Got it.
Then after that, it picks the grade F. Fail, whoever failed, it is sorted by descending order. So actually, the real term, mark 89 is not failed. No, our record is duplication, right? Okay. Don't worry about that. Then you can use this exact M1 plus 5. You can add as an alias name. So as alias is I can use test or whatever. Okay, if I run this query, what will happen? I have to change this one as a term. See, then whatever you are picking here, the same way you have to write when you use order by class or any other condition, okay, constraint. If you use some other constraint, how you pick your classes, select column name, the same way you have to write it here. So here I changed the M1 plus 1 as term, so it's test. So I have to use this as an alias name test. So let me run this. It has changed. M1 has changed and then it given the values. Okay. There is a two constraint here. First, what we have done. So we are incrementing total mark 1 plus 5. Whoever scored less than 5. So M1 is less than 90. Sorry, less than 90. We have giving a bonus mark M1 plus 5. So later, what we are doing it, so we are giving an alias name. Guys, you have next session or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, time's up, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then I'll wind up. Okay, only one thing I'll explain. So now we have changed our query that M1 plus 5 using some alias name as the keyword is as. Okay, test. Then we have to, when use some constraint, we have to use that second name. So we used it here. It will display on the resultant panel, but it won't affect on our table. Let's run here. See, M1 is M1. Okay. When if you want to change the column name, you have to use alter or update or whatever. Okay. So alias name and the runtime, whatever you are assigning that column's name, it won't affect actual database. That's all now. Today we will wind up. Then tomorrow we will see. Tomorrow I don't know about we have class session or not. Let's see. Okay, guys. Bye now.
Thank you, ma'am.